We taking chances, getting money, but it's driving me insane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I seen too many close niggas who had to die in vain. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. Wifey doing her best to try to keep a nigga sane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I wish it was another way of life where we escape pain. We charge it to the game, cause this is all we know.
Niggas saying they want it with me, but I think that's funny. See, I'm confident like placing a bet with house money. I represent for those who sitting down for like 20, who wish they could pull up and just scoop them a nice honey, getting blunted with they niggas, but they can't. Sniper vision like Durant, you did some shit you gotta recant. Now we back getting bent at the lab, probably making a classic, cause we gonna get this bag, whether it's paper or plastic. If a nigga touch your mind, then behavior gets savage. You better off playing in traffic for you play with my cabbage. We had to establish our foothold on the competition, most anticipated since Nas, as it was written. No lies, cause that's forbidden. My mind's like an exhibit, displaying beautiful rhymes with these lines that I'll be spitting. From the crimes we committed to the towns that we visit, to having trade-offs with dimes, man, we done did it.
We taking chances, getting money, but it's driving me insane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I seen too many close niggas who had to die in vain. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. Wifey doing her best to try to keep a nigga sane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I wish it was another way of life where we escape pain. We charge it to the game, cause this is all we know.
Work out with the work until my pack was finished. Stretching 1 and a 2, that's D-boy calisthenics. There is not a limit. We all players on life's field, but shit get real, brethren. It's not a scrimmage. I saw parents get his kufi smacked. Inshallah, I ain't Muslim. I just want my little nigga back. Meat been gone for like 16. Brandy left the next year. This shit is some sort of sick dream. Mama Moore died. Nino mama died. While I was locked in the beam serving that hard time. I came home and lost Donovan Donald. K-Ro got murked. I'm trying not to catch me a homo. I'm still suffering from the pain when I was only 13. My brethren Billie Williams got took up off of the scene. And a few days ago, we laid Moose to rest. Still can't believe that nigga gone, cause he was one of the best.
We taking chances, getting money, but it's driving me insane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I seen too many close niggas who had to die in vain. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. Wifey doing her best to try to keep a nigga sane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I wish it was another way of life where we escape pain. We charge it to the game, cause this is all we know.
Yo, I seen it all from crooked cops to hating hoes. Coming up in my city, shit could get really cold. Better bundle up, the way these niggas is coming up. Lack of direction that most niggas don't give a fuck. I got a felony, fuck it, I keep the 40 tucked. I ain't getting caught without it, I ain't a sitting duck. So when I let off shots, you niggas better duck. I'm Ray Allen, so I'ma keep it a whole buck. Me and wifey went through some shit, I had to level up. Actions speak volumes, nigga, I turned the levels up. My youngest son turning 6, he don't ask for much. My oldest son think I'm lit, yeah, you know what's up. Blowing gas to the heavens while I'm kicking up. Getting dome be the best part of waking up. Like Folgers, my niggas a Folger. I'm front line on my grind like a soldier.
We taking chances, getting money, but it's driving me insane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I seen too many close niggas who had to die in vain. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. Wifey doing her best to try to keep a nigga sane. We charge it to the game, this is all we know. I wish it was another way of life where we escape pain. We charge it to the game, cause this is all we know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't jump out of an airplane.
Yeah. What up? It's the man about town, Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts, man. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing today, man? Right? How y'all doing today, man? What's good? What's good, man? Hold on. I'll be right back. Right back. Yeah, right. XL Pro, what it do, man? You did?
I had to go step out real quick. You know what I'm talking about, man? Had to go step out real quick. You feel me, y'all? First off, you feel me? I want to start to this impromptu. Well, it ain't really impromptu. It's not really impromptu, but impromptu. I want to first start off by saying rest in the essence to my brother, Billy D. Williams, man. That actually is his name, right? And I I never really had a conversation with Miss Beanie on why she decided to name Billy that, but I could just assume it's maybe because it has something to do with Billy D. Williams, right? But anybody who knows me knows that me and Billy was like this, right? Right. And unfortunately, my brother Billy was brutally murdered at the age of 13, right? Way back in 1996. Huh? 1996. This is before I went to high school in some motion. You hear me? So, you know what I'm talking about? This was back in the day. This was, 27 years ago today? 27 years ago. If my brother Billy was alive, he'd be turning 42 today. All right? So let's just start it off with rest in the essence to my brother. You hear me? You know what I mean? Now, this was a very tragic situation in my neighborhood, man, because, everybody in the hood knew Billy, Tone, Mikey, Lauren. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And unfortunately, over the ensuing years, Donovan would end up being murdered and Donovan as well. So rest in the essence to Donovan and rest in the essence to Dominic, right? Very sad situation. You hear me? That's why, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I think about Miss Beanie, I think about, I'm talking about, like I said in my song, I'm going to play at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? She's the strongest person has to be the strongest person I know personally to still be alive and be thriving, you know what I'm saying? And not completely crushed, shattered as a result of having not one, not two, but three of your children being brutally murdered. It's very sad, right? But we're not sad today. Today, we celebrate. Today is a beautiful day, right? It was rain. It was nice and sunny and shiny out, but this weather came in. It's been kind of rain, but that's all good, right? And it's crazy because when I think about this story and this situation, April 1st is April Fool's Day. And I remember when I came home from school, I came home from school and Mikey Wax, you know what I'm saying, who if you watching Wax, you need to get your ass on the show. But anyway, Mikey, my other brother, who is Billy's second oldest brother, right? So I remember he called me on the phone, like, man, he was like, man, he was crying, and he was like, Billy dead. I'm just like, man. I remember that like it was yesterday, you know what I'm talking about? And you know what I'm saying? Like I said in that song, man, even to this day, man, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily say that because I have addressed this part of my life because I ain't realized until I was an adult how much that had an effect on me as a young boy, losing one of my close childhood friends in such a tragic way. You hear me? This is what I talk about when I talk about epigenetically passed down childhood human trauma, right? And give me a couple more seconds, y'all. I'll be right back again. All right? I'll be right back. All right, my bad, man. I apologize about that, y'all. All right. Yeah, man, that's crazy, XL Pro, man. That's crazy, man. Rest in the essence to him, man. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? And hold on, man. Let me set the tone right, man. We gotta set the tone, man. Set the tone right. You feel me? Set the tone right. You did. Rest in the essence to my brother Billy, man. You know what I'm saying? Such a tragic situation from my childhood, you feel me? And it's something that I definitely had to address when I was in therapy, when I was in a joint, you feel me? And you know what I'm talking about? Can y'all hear me? I don't know what that was all about, man. Y'all don't know what that was all about, y'all. For real, for real. That was crazy just now. Yeah. I don't know what that was all about, y'all. I'm about to let the computer load back up. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, man, you know what I'm talking about? It's just a sad situation. You know what I'm saying? Rest in the essence to my brother Billy. You feel me? Like I say, Billy would be turning 42 if he was alive today. You feel me?
And it's just, this happened when we was young boys. You hear me? I'm talking about, he had, I was 13 and he had just recently turned 14. What's September? August, September. What, April? No, okay, so yeah. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy as hell, man. You know what I'm talking about? So, that's just how stuff be happening, man. But you know what I'm saying? My brother Billy, man, was a wild dude. You hear me? He had the nickname Badass Billy. You hear me? And now that I'm older and I'm a man, it's not that we was bad. We wasn't bad. Billy wasn't a bad kid. We just was doing stuff that we really ain't had no business doing as kids. I wouldn't necessarily say that we were bad kids. You know what I mean? We didn't get into a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't like causing ruckus in the neighborhood, but we were bad in the sense that we was young boys doing stuff we ain't had no business doing. Smoking weed, selling dope, being in the streets and all that crazy stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? But I guess you could say that's a normal stuff for young boys growing up in the hood. And it is. I mean, it is. We ain't going to sit up here and act like it's not. But we're not going to sit up here and talk about it as if I'm glorifying it or making it seem like it's something to be proud of or something to hold to high esteem or something like that. Because ultimately, that is the same damn thing what took my brother out. And so many more since that day. Right. One of the reasons why I'm just totally completely done with everything that I used to do. For one, like I said, it don't serve me no purpose no more. My life's headed in a different direction. And not to mention, I ain't trying to keep going back to the joint. Right. And I definitely don't want to die in the streets trying to get some punk ass money that really ain't worth getting anymore, especially. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know what I'm saying, would much rather do what I'm doing now. You dig what I'm saying? Even though I could be doing a whole lot better. You feel me? But, like I always tell the young homies, man, like this, ain't nothing. Whenever you hear me reference anything about what I used to do, my past life, being in the streets, getting to the money, selling dope, whatever, it's not ever in the sense to like glorify it or put it on a pedestal as if it's something to be proud of, because it's not. It's always to put y'all up on game, especially y'all young dudes who may be living similar lifestyles that I was and might be headed in a certain direction. You know what I mean? It's my duty and my obligation as a OG now, huh? You feel me? It's my obligation and my duty to put y'all up on game within the hopes of you not repeating the same thing I've done and probably doing something different. And if you is in a dope game right now in 2023, I don't mean no disrespect to anybody, right? No, understand what I'm about to say. Walk with me, y'all. It's not my intention to disrespect anybody with what I'm about to say, but it's the truth nonetheless. So if you feel disrespected by it, that's on you, right? Because the fact that this could be taken as disrespect doesn't negate the fact that it's true. Often the truth is very disrespectful. Actually, it's not. The truth don't care about respect or feelings or none of that. The truth just is what it is. And the truth is, if you still selling dope in the streets illegally in 2023, you something like a goddamn fool. Uncle Diggity, what it do, man? You damn near a fool. All right. I would go work at 3 different jobs and only get a certain amount of hours of sleep and barely get to see my daughter before I ever risk going back to prison again, y'all. You hear me? Now, let me tell y'all this right here, too, because it's some real shit. You hear me? Only way I will ever go back to prison is if it's for what I'm doing right now. And according to HR 1955, y'all, that's very possibly true. That's a thing that could very well possibly be so. Yeah, I agree with you on that, XL Pro. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with my brother XL Pro on that. Because it just ain't like it used to be, man. You know what I'm saying? And now when I say what I'm saying, I don't want y'all to ever think like it's in the sense of, you know what I'm saying? It's in the sense of, like I say, glorifying being in the street, selling dope, running around doing all that crazy stuff. Because ultimately, my brother Billy, at the young, tender age of, man, every time I think about this, man, you hear me? It's just crazy, man. You know what I'm talking about? Crazy, man. My brother I'm talking about, you feel me? You know what I mean? But yeah, though, man. Because like I said, it's the same thing ultimately. Not only Billy, my brother, Paris, K-Row, Paris, Billy, and so many others who are no longer here as a result of that, right? And that's why whenever you hear me speak on when I used to be in the street, it's never from an aspect of me glorifying it, me putting it like on a pedestal. It ain't nothing like it ain't nothing about me. You hear me? Making it seem like it's something that you should be doing. I'm not gonna tell you how. I'm not gonna give you no game on how you can move better while you out here in the streets, man. As far as like intensity, but what I will tell you that, and no matter what lifestyle you living in, you got to have order, structure, discipline within it. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna be out there living the life of criminality, man, even with proper structure and order, man, that's only going to lead you to one of two places, right? And that's a fact. You hear me? I'm here to tell you and let you know as living proof that that is very true, right? And it come a point where you gotta start realize certain stuff too, man. You hear me? 3 prison bids, all this crazy stuff I've been through in my life. Other y'all done been through crazy stuff in your life, and we still here. You better realize that you're here for a reason, man. You did. You don't want to find out too late, all right? Hold on, I'm about to log back onto the computer now, y'all, man. Just give me a couple seconds. You know what I'm talking about? Tap that like button, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page and all of that, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all can hear me? Y'all hear me real good? I said, can y'all hear me? All right. Rest in the essence to my brother Billy, man. He would be 42 today. He was alive. All right. Turning 42. You did. And y'all done sit up here and heard me talk about my bro before, man, many a times, plenty of times. Y'all sit up here and heard me do that. You know what I'm talking about? You know? And I want to do this real quick. Hold on, let me pull this picture up for y'all real quick so I can show y'all a picture of my bro, man. All right. Let me pull this. I'm gonna pull this picture up for y'all real quick. He said in stereo. All right. Y'all didn't hear me talk about my bro Billy before, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all done sit up here and heard me talk about this dude before, man. This is my brother Billy D. Williams right here. You know what I'm saying? This picture right here was at Tiffany's baby shower. His niece. Tiffany is what? Tiffany, what, 27 now, I think? 27, if I'm not mistaken. Lauren, Miss Beanie, for y'all watching. Tiffany down there 30 years old. She wasn't even born at this point right here. This was her baby shower, this picture. Right? This picture was at Tiffany's baby shower. Donovan was a baby. And Dominic was probably only like what? Like 7 or 8? Something like that. You feel me? And we was kicking it this day, man. You know what I'm talking about? It was a beautiful day that day right there, man. You feel me? Beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? My brother Billy, man, he was a very charismatic and magnetic guy. You hear me? Quite like myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she 28. Miss Minnie watching. Miss Tiffany's 28 now. You hear me? She was not born in this picture. I think Tina was pregnant with her. This is her baby shower, if I'm not mistaken. This picture is from her baby shower. Right? You know what I'm saying? My brother Billy was a very charismatic, magnetic young brother, quite like myself. You know what I'm saying about, man? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would a lot of people would say about Billy, he's been here before. Right? I used to tell him that all the time. My brother Billy was extremely intelligent, right? One of the reasons what really draw us together as young boys, right? If y'all think I'm intelligent, I just would love to see the level of intelligence my brother would be at this age if he was still alive. You hear me? Conversations we used to have when we was young boys, man. I used to be really looking up our nigga Billy like, damn, this nigga smart as hell for real. Just the stuff he used to think about and ask questions about. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why we were so close, man. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know what I'm saying? Billy was off the chain, man. You hear me, man? He's a crazy dude, though, man. You know what I mean? My nigga Billy was a wild boy, you hear me? But, you know what I mean? We started off young doing stupid stuff, man. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. Like, we was young boys. You understand what I'm saying, man? We was young boys out there doing stuff we ain't had no business doing, right? Ain't had no business doing, like smoking weed. I remember the first time me and Billy got high. I remember like it was yesterday, right? Oh my God, man, we was high as shit. Listen, I remember this day like it was yesterday. Tone, you know, it was. You gonna say I'm snitching? We grown now, so it's all good. You feel me? But it was Tone, K-Row, goddamn it, E-Dub was there. Motherfucking who else was there? Tone, E-Dub, K-Row, Wax, and it was that nigga Wax and Billy and Tony, them cousin Boo Bear, man. That nigga Carlos, man. Right? We all sitting in Tone's van, right? Miss Beanie had the van that she had gave to Tone, you know what I'm talking about? So Tone used to be driving the van. You know what I'm talking about? We used to, you know what I'm saying, niggas used to be riding around in the van or whatever. We sitting in the van blowing trees, you know what I'm talking about? This is back in like what, like 94? It's like 94, man. You hear me? 93, 94, man. We young boys, man. You hear me? Like 11, 12. You hear me? And you know what I'm saying, man? We smoking the weed, man. I remember that nigga told. Hey, Tone was the reason why. I learned how to roll blunts from Tone. Not saying that Tone taught me how to roll blunts. I'm saying that this memory was Tone was like, here, roll up. I'm like, nigga, I don't know how to roll up no weed. Nigga, I don't even smoke weed. He said, if you want to smoke, nigga, you have to roll it up. So I just, my nigga Tone. Shout out to my nigga Tone with his crazy ass, man. Hey, that nigga Tone said you gonna have to roll it up, man. Tone probably don't even remember this shit. He's so damn proud. That nigga probably don't even remember that shit. You know what I'm talking about? But my long-term memory is on point. You hear me? That nigga gave me this is when niggas used to smoke Phillies. This is how you know this is some back in the day type ish, right? This is when niggas used to smoke Phillies. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? So you know what I'm saying? I roll up the weed, you know what I'm talking about? Me and Billy smoking a blunt. He just said, roll it up. He said, no, that's for you. Me and Billy smoking a blunt. You know what I'm saying? I wrote it terrible. I didn't even break off the weed. Hell nah, man. Me and Billy was smoking that motherfucking joint. You hear me, man? And I just remember like, man, this shit ain't nothing, man. I ain't feeling nothing. We smoked about almost half of it, right? We smoking, passing it back and forth, coughing and shit. I ain't gonna front with some good. I remember with some good even from back in the day with some fruit. And you'll say, how just choking, but I just was like, man, I don't really feel nothing right now. I just remember that nigga Tom saying, that nigga said, oh, you gonna be feeling something. Because first when you know say, you gotta inhale it. And that nigga Tom was like, you gotta inhale that shit, little bro. Look at Miss Beatty probably listening like that. That nigga Tom was like, you gotta inhale it, little bro. You know what I'm saying? So I took a puff and inhaled it. And then that's when I started feeling it. Like, I'm right at that stuff, like, man, like at that joint like 3 or 4 times after he told us to hell. Because first we were smoking it. And I just hit it, blow it out. Like, man, you ain't even inhaling it. He said, no, you gotta inhale it. So I inhaled it, like I said, oh, okay. And I remember I hit it, inhaled it, and really start coughing. And then that's when I really felt it. John Jay, what it do, man? With my big brother John Jay. Yeah, you already know, John Jay, man. You already know, man. Rest in the essence to my brother Billy D. Williams, man. Rest in the essence. Just celebrating my brother Billy, man. You know what I'm talking about? Telling y'all some stories from our childhood. We was the young boys, man. Out here doing crazy, crazy things we ain't had no goddamn business doing. You know what I'm talking about? I done briefly spoke about nigga Billy a few times. You already know, John Jay, man. Coming down there, man, on 20th, weekend of the 20th, I'll be down there. I'm going to hit you up about a week or so before, brother. Right? Yeah, that Coke 45. That's what we used to drink, that Coke 45. We used to drink that Coke 45, that Old Gold, and the goddamn St. I. And we used to mess with if we really wanted to do it right, we used to mess with that goddamn, that Schlitz Boo Boo. I got your email too, John Jay. So I'm gonna be emailing you here shortly, man, in the next couple of weeks, man. It's gonna be me, and I know for sure 2 of my guys. One of my other guys, I hollered at earlier today. He might potentially be coming, but that's not a go. I know it's gonna be 3 of us for sure. You know what I'm saying? I think we probably gonna get us a little Airbnb or something like that. We're gonna come on down there to the A, man, tear it up for my brother Court's born day. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna do it big, man. We're gonna do it big, man. We're gonna come to the A, kick it with my brother John Jay. You did. But you know what I'm saying, man? And we started inhaling it. And that's when we started feeling it. You know what I'm talking about? And we was like, man, let's walk to the store, man. Hold on. Let me skip it. I'm skipping up a little bit. So we sitting in a van, man, and we right in front of Miss Beatty and Chris. We sitting in a van chiefing. You hear me? we inhaling it now. So, you know what I'm saying? And we inhaling it now. So we like, yeah, man, coughing and shit. And I just remember sitting in the van, and this is the song that was playing right here. I'm about to tell you the song that was playing. This ended up being one of my favorite songs. And whenever I would hang out with we been smoking and stuff, Tone used to be banging the music. He'll always play this song for me, man. Like, I know you like this song, little bro. Shout out to my nigga Tone, man. Right? What y'all know about this song right here, man? You hear me? John J came through with a contribution to the situation. You already know, man. Much love to my brother John J. Real one from out of that A-Town. You know what I'm saying? I go down there to Atlanta a couple weeks, man. You know I'm definitely going to link up with my brother John J. You did? That's a fact. But y'all remember this song right here? Only my 80s, 90s brothers going to really remember this song right here, man. You hear me? This song was on a classic movie. You know what I'm saying? Classic movie soundtrack. You dig? You know what I'm talking about? Classic movie soundtrack. You hear me? You don't even get paid a whole lot. Put it on lock. That nigga Tone used to have this shit beating in the crib. Y'all talking about, man? What y'all know about that, man? What y'all know about that KRS-One? Black Cop. That's off of that Leaders of the New School. I mean, that's the Leaders of the School. That's off of that Higher Learning soundtrack. Y'all remember Higher Learning came out back in the day? Y'all remember what year that was, man? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? And that nigga Tone had that song beating in the van. We sitting there hard. And somehow me and this nigga Billy just started wrestling with each other, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We just started wrestling shit. Or we got out the van and we was like, man, we about to go to the store. Let's walk to the store. And it's like, yeah, y'all little niggas go ahead and walk that shit off, man. Go to the store. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that malt liquor, man. Niggas used to be off that malt liquor. So we go to the store and we somehow, me and this nigga Billy, Billy was a silly nigga, man. We used to like to throw our hands, we was young, we used to like to throw our hands a lot though. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we was on. I don't know about now, because y'all young boys now, y'all like to play with them pistols. So I'm led to think that y'all didn't grow up slap boxing and stuff like that. Because me and my homies, that's all we did. You know, so you like we couldn't even hang out with us if you ain't had no hands for real, man. You know what I'm talking about? So me and Billy, we used to always be slapping about me, Billy, Nino, Brad, my nigga Spark coming on the show. You know what I'm talking about? We used to always be slap boxing, getting the hands right, making sure we ain't no pundit, make sure niggas know how to fight. You know how it is growing up, man, in the 90s, man. You had to learn to throw them hands, man. We weren't taught to pick up guns. We was taught, we ain't start playing with pistols until a little bit, like right before Billy died. If I be honest, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's another story. I'll tell that story in a little minute. But you know what I'm saying? We started walking to the store, man. This nigga Billy, you know what I'm saying? He just was high shit. He just pushed me like, man, we just was on some high, silly shit. And we started wrestling with each other, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? And I just remember we was just sitting there laying in the grass after we was wrestling, just high as hell, like, you know, we just looked at each other like and just start busting out laughing, like, man, we high as shit. Like, man, let's go to the store. And we just went to the store, you know what I'm talking about, and just bought a gang of snacks, you know what I'm saying? And that's when around the time, you know what I'm saying, me and Billy, that's when we would, we was all started selling little rocks in the hood, started selling dope, getting a little paper. We was doing way too much at that young age. You hear me, man? You know what I'm talking about? Way too much. I'm talking about way too much, man. Yeah, you got to, man. You got to, John J. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, these young boys, they grow up picking up pistols. They don't even know how to fight. You know what I'm talking about? Not saying that they don't, but it always end up to somebody shooting. These little dudes is packing pistols nowadays, man. I be going to the store and be seeing them young boys. I know I can. I'm from the streets, man. I know when you got some iron on you, man. I know when you got a Roscoe on you, man. You're not fooling anybody. Definitely not me. And these little boy, you know, the little young dudes like to sag their pants on the way. Anyway, man. Yo, so I got hella stories from childhood with this nigga Billy, man. Hella stories from childhood, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That day right there was a beautiful day. This picture right here, this picture was a classic day. You feel me? Got to. You feel me? You got to learn how to use them hands, man, back in the day, man, because we used to be fighting and stuff. You know how it was? You can actually fight and still be cool with somebody. Ain't got to worry about them coming back shooting everybody up and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to worry about that stuff when we was kids, man. Although some people was playing with pistols, but it wasn't like how it is now. You know, y'all don't be getting into fights at all. It's straight pistol play. And that's that. Even this picture right here, you feel me? This picture right here was at Tiffany's baby shower. She's 28 years old now. Right? She's 28. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know how long ago this picture was. You feel me? You know what I mean? And on this day right here, we was super kicking it. You feel me? We had I forget who we had go to the liquor store, man. We had got some Henny and everything, man. We sitting there blowing on a good. This right here was like I don't want to say what 90. Yeah, 95, I want to say this was. All right. Yeah, 94, 95. One of them. You know what I'm talking about? It was kicking it that day. You know what I'm saying? Miss Beanie and them was known for having the big situations. That's one thing I miss when I'm saying growing up for real, man. We growing up, man, people used to have functions. You know what I'm saying? And the whole neighborhood would be invited. Miss Beanie was one of the moms that was known for that. You feel me? Have a whole cookout. The whole hood bring food. We cooking out, kicking it. Used to be beautiful, man. That's one thing I miss about when I grew up, man. I think our generation was the last generation that had that sense of community for real. You know what I'm talking about? Because we used to have all type of little get-togethers in the hood. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? My brother Billy. I remember back in the day. This was actually though we were still kids though, for real, right? You know what I'm talking about? We used to go up to Cassidy Elementary, and we used to go play kickball and shit up there. You know what I'm talking about? When we was kids in the summertime and stuff, right? And you know what I'm saying? I remember I think it was Spark and Billy, or maybe that nigga Ajiwan was there, man. You feel me? And then when I say Ajiwan, y'all who know what I'm talking about from the city, if y'all tapping in, I'm talking about my nigga Green Eyes. You hear me? My nigga Ajiwan, man. We used to crawl on top of, we used to climb on top of, I think Billy and Ajiwan, it was either Billy and Ajiwan or it was Billy and Spark. All right? My nigga Spark gonna be coming on the show. I think they figured out a slick way to climb up the school building and get on top of the roof. Fucking Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? We up there playing kickball. You know what I'm saying? We had kicked the ball up on the roof. You know what I'm talking about? So niggas get up on the roof, you know what I'm talking about, and get the balls off the roof. But at the same time, we just niggas climbing up on the roof up there at Cassidy and just being silly, just being kids climbing on the roof on Cassidy. You know what I'm talking about? We done figured out how to climb up on top of the roof. You know what I'm saying? Shimmied up the little wall. Oh, man, and we all got in trouble that day, man. It was me, Billy, Nino, Brandon, Spark. And so we get off the building and stuff, right? We walking up the little hill, man. So about to go back to the hood or whatever, man. And we get pulled up and the police pull up on us and everything, man. We ended up having to go to some juvenile shit behind that shit and everything. That shit was crazy, man. I don't even think all that was necessary for real. We wasn't causing no trouble or nothing like that, man. We didn't cause no harm to nobody or nothing like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's just being kids, you know. You know what I'm talking about? One of my most favorite memories from my brother Billy, man. You hear me? Favorite memories. This guy right here, rest in the essence to my brethren. You hear me? Crazy, man. Absolutely insane. Right? Oh, for real, John Jay, I probably would have did the same thing, man. Yeah, kickball. You don't see those little niggas playing football anymore, man. Kickball, smear the queer. You know what I'm saying? They might be playing basketball, but they got pistols. They got the basketball court with pistols, man. And I'm going to cover this story too, right? I'm going to do a pre-recorded on this, man. In my city, a couple days ago, at my gym that I go to, a Sport of Fitness, the one that they got on Hilliard Road, that of all places, you would have never thought this would have happened out there, right? But all the way out here on Hilliard Road, right? Little boy get into it at the gym, shoot the other little boy, kill him at the gym. This just happened a couple days ago in my city. Yeah, man, they don't know nothing about hide and go get. You know what I'm talking about? High go giddy yo. Yeah, nigga John Jay. Yeah, man. Y'all know nothing about that, man. But one of my most memorable memories, you know what I'm saying? The most memorable, man. I'm talking about vivid. You know what I mean? That nigga Gooey, man. That nigga Gooey, man. That nigga Gooey is terrible, man. You hear me, man? This nigga, well, I'm 41. Gooey gotta be like 45, 46, man. Maybe even 47. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Gooey, man. That nigga Shay, man. Shout out to my nigga Gooey, man. Right? But who was all there? What, E-Dub was there? Oh my gosh, man. It's funny, man. We shooting dice, right? I'm about to come up on you niggas, man, right? Yeah, I ain't seen no kids playing no kickball in forever, man. I can't even remember. I can't even tell you when last time I see it's been so long. I can't remember the last time I actually could tell you I seen some kids playing kickball, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm gonna play this for y'all real quick, right? And I'm gonna run up here and go grab me something to drink real quick, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Y'all just give me a couple seconds, man. And just listen to this real quick. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I apologize about that. Y'all have to run up there and go grab me some to drink real quick, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, though, one of my most memorable, you hear me? One of my most memorable memories, man. And that's the word, memorable memories, man. Shout out to my nigga Gully, right? And we all shooting dice. You hear me, man? We all shooting dice and stuff, right? Over here in the hood by Arthur and them's crib. You feel me? We used to be shooting dice on that empty apartment porch and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So we all over here shooting dice. It's me, it's Goolie, Billie. You know, it was a whole bunch of art. We was all over there shooting dice, right? And Billie was over here striking this nigga Goolie. You hear me? Tearing him out the frame. We took him out the frame for like 200. Like almost 300. Hey, for like almost 300, man. You know what I'm saying? Goolie was salty, man. You know, Billie was talking shit too, you know what I mean? That nigga Billie was talking hella shit too. And then, you know what I'm saying, it got like to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, this dude, you know what I'm saying, Goolie started getting salty, you know what I'm saying, because Billie was talking shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they started arguing and stuff. And then, you know what I mean? Like, I would have to be like, man, hold on, y'all tripping, man. Like, E-Dub was right there. He on crutches and stuff. Y'all remember E-Dub was on crutches and stuff back in the day, man. So he really, you know, he just was standing there, man. And, you know what I'm saying? We started walking away. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga Goolie, y'all talking about, they just started arguing real tough. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know what I'm talking about? His words was exchanged and all this crazy stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? We started walking away, right? This nigga Goolie ran up behind this nigga Billie. And he punched Billie in the back of the head like, Oh, man, we chased the shit out of that nigga Goolie. But Billie turned around and hit that nigga Goolie with the... I'm talking about he hit that nigga Goolie with the illest up and over, man. Like I'm talking about. Right? It was sorry. That's the reason, you know what I'm saying, he had hit him in his head because, you know what I'm saying, that's the reason why we Jay saying because they had got into a scuffle and Billie had hit him with the pink. You hear me? And Goolie was salty. So as we turned around the league, so Goolie got up and hit Billie in his head like, I think Billie had a big ass bruise on the back of his head. We jacked the shit out of Goolie that day, man. Oh, man, I ain't gonna never forget that shit. I bet you Goolie don't forget that. Remember, I bet you he remember that shit. Anybody from the hood tapping in, watching, ask Shane about that damn day. Me and Billy jayed the shit out of Billy that day. You hear me? Nah, because they had squared up at first, right? I told you they was talking shit. And Billy was like, nigga, I'll beat your little ass, man. And then nigga, you know what I'm saying? Billy was like, nigga, whatever, right? And they squared up. That nigga Billy threw some more lazy ass shit, right? Oh man, this nigga Goolie threw the wooziest motherfucking punch ever. That nigga Billy slipped that shit, hit that nigga like bink, bink. That nigga Goolie was mad as hell, man. Oh shit, man. That nigga was pissed. That nigga was pissed. You hear me? So you know what I'm saying? We walking away. We started walking away, man. You know, niggas talking shit, niggas laughing and shit. Niggas laughing. You know, the nigga Goolie must have got salty or something, right? So you know what I'm saying? Goolie turned when we was walking away, he ran up on Billy and hit Billy in the back of his head like boom. One nigga had a big ass bruise in the back of his head. We jayed the shit out of Billy right there, man. We scraped that nigga. Me and Billy scraped that nigga, man. I guarantee you, Goolie remember that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I got stories out of the ass by my brother Billy, man. You hear me, man? Stories to go. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? This dude right here was a young dude who was way ahead of his time. You hear me? That's why I say I'll be thinking about a lot what my brother would be doing right now if he was alive, man. You know what I mean? What he would be doing, what type of guy he'll be, you feel me? You know? We was young boys doing crazy stuff, man. We doing stuff we ain't had no goddamn business doing. You hear me, man? As an adult, I think about that stuff now, man. And I understand why Miss Benny used to be on Billy and Mikey and Antonio in the way she was, man. I get it. You know? So I understand why my mom was on me the way she was on me and why she was with my brother, right? We was young boys, you know what I'm talking about? It really remind me of how young my brother and them was too. You feel me? Young boys doing crazy stuff, man. You know what I mean? Wow. I remember this nigga Billy. This nigga Billy had got into stealing cars and shit, right? See, back in the day when we was young boys, this is when stealing cars and shit was like the thing to do. Oh man, why would you do it now in this era? I don't even know. It's retarded, it's corny and stupid. And not saying it wasn't when we was kids, but it was like actually something that was going on. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, I remember when this nigga had a whip, man. This nigga had this car. First of the answer to my brother Billy, man. That little nigga was crazy, man. Him and B, my nigga Brandon, right? B-Dog. You know what I'm talking about? My nigga Brand. You hear me? Because we kids, right? Mind you, doing crazy stuff. And so they get the geek rent and went joyriding. And I don't even understand how the goddamn car got stuck in the woods. Like, what was y'all doing? How the car get stuck in the woods, man? So, you feel me? It's crazy as hell this day. I just remember this day like it was yesterday. So we go back here to go get the car, right? We're like, all we gotta do is get it out the grass and we can have some. We have to get the car, but it was all wet and muddy and stuff back there, right? So we walk back there to the car, and Billy and goddamn Brandon get in the car and get the car started up and stuff, man. And mind you, I told you the car was stuck in the back of the woods where some mud and stuff was at, right? So they start the car up, and they said they need me to get in the back of the car so I can guide them out because the damn Pops was good, man. Oh, you already know, man. Love you too, Pops. Tomorrow gonna be fire, man. I told you, man, my Pops had that, man. Listen here, man. You hear me? Listen here, man. Tomorrow night, y'all better make sure y'all tap in with us, man. We're gonna be going in. Yeah. It's gonna be powerful tomorrow, man. All right, no. You did. But yeah, though, man. Yeah, Pops, you remember my nigga Billy, man. Miss Benny's son, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? And, so I got to get out of the back of the car, y'all, right? Like the car it was a damn, what kind of car was it? I can't remember what type of car it was, but it was back in the woods over here by Somerset Park. It looked different over there, so a bunch of apartments over there now and everything. This one it was all woods though. So we back here in the cut. I'm like, man, how did y'all even why was y'all even back here driving in a car? Like, what y'all was running? Like, what y'all being chased or some shit? Like, what the? Right. So, and I think that's what the situation was too, though. So, okay. So now I'm really remembering now. That was the reason why they went back to the car. Because the niggas let some. Hell nah. Niggas let some niggas was getting chased and they drove the car, but they had to hop out. And they let some work in the car. That's what, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it was, man. I have to talk to B. B probably remember better than I do. But anyway, I got to get out the back of the car and guide these guys out. This is this dude right here and my dude Brandon, right? So I get out the back of the car and I'm like trying to guide them. They get the car started, right? And start right up. But as soon as it was stuck. Mind you, I told you it's back in the woods and it's hella muddy and stuff back here. And we ain't really realized how muddy it was until they started the car on, and he just hit the brakes. And as soon as he hit the gas to back up. As soon as he did it, it was like started kicking up mud, man. And I'm like, oh shit, stop. And he just, I don't think he must ain't hear me or something though. And I'm like, man, chill the fuck out. And they got me. I was muddy as fuck. Oh shit. I'm talking about my whole fit was muddy as hell. You hear me? But let me tell y'all what happened after that, though. So after that, you know what I'm saying? We got them walking from out of the damn woods. I'm like, man, y'all got me all muddy and shit, man. The car wasn't budging. You feel me? Yeah. Matter of fact, when they started turning the car on and grinding the damn thing, it made it dig in even more. They had to call a tow truck back there to get that car and everything, man. You feel me? And I had some work on me, man. Now, mind you, how old we are, man. This is like, I'll say that happened, probably like 94, 95. So we was like, 12 and 13? 13? I had my little and the police was like, free, man, I act like I fell. And I grabbed my work and I just grabbed it up with some grass and I just cuffed it up like that. Oh, they put us in the paddy wagon, man. I was all muddy and shit. They all like, how'd you get all that mud on you, man? I just was like, man, I don't even want to talk about it, man. Like, they ended up just letting us go for real. You feel me? My mom, not my mom, but my brother K-Roll came down there to get me, right? Shout out, rest in the essence to K-Roll. K-Roll came down there and got me like, man, what the hell y'all little niggas back there doing, man? I was dirty as hell walking to the crib from Somerset Park. You hear me? But I went back later on that day, and I definitely went back and got my work. You hear me? I knew exactly where it was at. You did. You know what I'm talking about, Uncle Diggity? I went right back up there and got my shit. Like the next day. You hear me? Huh? You know what I'm talking about? Like the very next day. You feel me? Rushing the essence to my brother Billy, man. You hear me? This dude was he was a very charismatic, magnetic guy, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know, so I miss my brother, man. It's been so all these years since he been gone, man. And, you know, under the circumstances of which, you know what I'm saying, he was taken away. You know what I'm saying? It's a tragic situation. You understand what I'm saying? And, like I say, I didn't realize until I was an adult, you know what I'm saying, that how much that really had an effect on me. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And this is why I always say it's always good to have these conversations with your children, man, about certain things that they may experience that may be traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like these shootings at schools and stuff like that. Death in the family, something going on in the neighborhood, close to home, a situation like this, which had an effect on my entire neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine to this very day, especially Miss Beanie. You hear me? You know, you never imagine losing none of your children as a parent. You know what I mean? That's not something you ever contemplate or think about or prepare yourself to ever have to deal with. And it's sad because nowadays, you know, that's something we gotta like, something we've been made to think we have to think about, right? With the level of violence that's going on. And the thing about what happened with Billie is Billie was taken away from us out of state. And when I told y'all we was young boys doing stuff we ain't had no business doing, man. You hear me? At all. You know what I'm talking about? And I remember it like it was yesterday, right? Because Billie had already went down to West V, unbeknownst to me, right? Unbeknownst to me. You know what I mean? I just recall, I don't even recall like when it was, because, you know what I'm saying? I don't specifically remember the first time he went down there and let me know. That's why I say it's like a kind of like a blur to me a little bit. Because he had already, you know, when he went down there, when he had got, you know what I'm saying, deleted, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? This was the second time he went down there. You feel me? I remember. No, matter of fact, I do remember the first time he went down. Okay, I'm tripping. My memory. Yeah, I think I smoke a lot, man. But now, when my memory serves me right, I do remember when the first time he went down there. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, we was already for young boys. We was already doing our thing at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause we was putting our money together and stuff, right? Crazy, man. We was putting our money together and stuff, right? And I remember this dude saved up some money. You know what I'm talking about? He was like, man, I'm about to go to West V. I said, man, you tripping, man. I'm definitely not going to West V. Mind you, we like, you understand how young niggas is, right? So he go down there, right? Now, mind you, this is back in the day when, like, you go down to West V, man, with a little, with like a, you go down to West V with like an ounce. You feel me? You fuck around and make like, you fuck around, go down there to West V with like an ounce, but you fuck around and make like 3,000 or 4,000 off that one. Remember, like 4 or 5 bands off that joint. You hear me? For real. Back in the day. In West V too, So I remember Billy went down there, man. He must have took a couple of ounces or something down there because that nigga came back. You hear me? I remember when he came back, bro. You hear me? This nigga came back. It was me, B, and this nigga Nino, right? This nigga came back and we went to his room over there. I met Benny in the house over there in the hood. This nigga had the motherfucking Nike shoebox. That nigga opened up that Nike shoebox, man. That nigga had like, that nigga Billy had like 7, 8 bands in that motherfucker, right? Now, mind you, we like 13. We young boys now. You hear me? We young boys. And I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? The most money I had seen at that age was probably like 300 or 400, something like that. You know what I'm saying? 400 or 500 maybe. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing major like that. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga Billy he was doing some other stuff. Billy had some other shit going on, huh? What the hell that nigga was doing? He had some other shit going on. He wasn't telling us about. That nigga just came out of the blue with some money. Like, he said he went down there to West V with like two zips. That nigga made like damn 10 bands off them motherfucking 2 zips, man. I remember that nigga Billy we went to the mall. That nigga got us some shoes and everything, man. Me, him, and B. I remember this is at Northland Mall. Man. This lets y'all know how back in the day in the city, at Northland Mall. We go to Northland Mall. We all got them J's that came out. You feel me? Let me pull up the picture, man. I know y'all remember when these gems came out. You did. No, y'all remember when these J's came out. No, y'all remember when these J's came out right here. I'm about to show y'all the picture. Rest in the essence to my brother Billy, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I ain't even got the picture. Oh, damn, it ain't got it all the way in there. But this is how I know this is how I'm going to know you a shoe head right here. This is how I'm going to know if y'all a real shoe head right here. From the 90s. You did? We're gonna see how much shoe heads y'all is out there right now. Because if y'all real shoe head from the 90s especially, y'all should be able to tell just by seeing what I'm about to show y'all what J's these was. Now, mind you, just when these J's first came out too. Right? 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 Y'all can see that? Y'all probably can't see that. Can y'all see that picture? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see that picture, man. Right? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see that picture. You can see it? Now look down. Look down right there. Right? You should be able to tell what type of gems my brother got on in this picture. And just in case y'all can't see that, right? I'm going to do this for y'all. Right? Y'all should be able to tell. Hold on, man, that damn light, man. God damn it. Oh, man. I don't know why it's acting crazy like that. My nigga Billy, man. Well, let me see something real quick, y'all. Maybe this will help out a little bit. Maybe that'll help out if I did that. Right. Now, if you a real shoe head, you should be able to tell what gems them is just by looking at the top of them joints. Rest in the essence to my brother Billy, man. You hear me, man? Rest in the essence to my brother, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? It's a beautiful situation, man. We celebrating life over here. You know what I'm talking about? We're not mourning death. We celebrating life. You know what I mean? I just remember my brother's his wake was hella people was there, man. You hear me? Hella people. I'm talking about lots of people, man. You hear me? And I just was like, damn, man. Oh yeah, back to the story though, right? So we went to the mall and that nigga had copped them J's, man. Right? So we all had them J's. You feel me? You know, when they first came out with the black and white joints. You know? You know what I mean? When them joints came out. You feel me? Y'all remember when these joints came out back in the day? You feel me? When they first came out, though, when we was kids. You hear me? You did? Right? My nigga Billy, man, right from the other, man. We all copped them joints, right? And we, you know what I'm saying, it was just in Northland Mall. You know what I'm saying? We went to goddamn Sbarro's, bought pizza and all that stuff, man. Had the little, you know what I'm saying, had the little dope thing come drop us off and come pick us back up. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about, man? And I remember, and this is back in the day, when the movie theater was still up. Northland Cinemas, you hear me? And, somehow this nigga Billy had came up on some free movie tickets. You feel me? He had some free movie tickets. And he had gave them to me and B, right? Now, mind y'all, we going shopping, went to the mall and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Billy was talking about going back down there, though, right? You know what I mean? So we back from the mall. We kicking it, chilling and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? We in my basement in the crib smoking. You know what I'm saying? He talking about going back down there, right? Me and B, I just remember me and B. It was me, B, and was Nino there at that time? No, I don't think Nino was there this day. It was just me and B. And he talking about going back down there, and we sitting up there trying to talk to him like, man, nah, I don't. Me and B trying to talk to the nigga like, man, no, I don't go back down there, man. Like, You feel me? I just remember he just was telling us, like, man, it's like this. And, you know what I'm saying? You could just, the dope fiends, they just come in, you just serve them, and they just sit there. You just, you know what I mean? It's just, you just make so much more money. Like, I just remember he was just telling us, and stuff like, nah, man, like, we already doing too much, man. Like, we ain't about to be getting on Greyhound buses, man, going down to West Virginia at the age of 13, man. You hear me, man? Like, we just ain't gonna be doing that, bro. Like, you feel me? I'm like, man, first thing that came to my mind was like, my mom would kick my ass if that nigga, if Miss Beanie knew you was doing nigga, she would skin you alive. And that nigga Billy didn't care though. And I just was telling him, like, man, nah, man, like, don't go back down. Me and B was we was sitting here having a conversation for like an hour or more, man, trying to convince this nigga to not go. And then finally, at the end of the conversation, you know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, man, I'm not going, man. I was like, man, bro, just don't go back down there, man. You already came up, got a little bit of money, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Just, we'll figure something out what we're going to do. You know what I'm talking about? And that's when he gave me and B these 2 free movie tickets, right? He gave me and B the free movie tickets. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I mean? Me and B went to the movies, man. Matter of fact, we had my mom drop us off, right? And see, unbeknownst to us, this nigga Billy had already copped his bus ticket and was already had in his mind that he was leaving anyway, right? So, you know what I'm talking about? I just remember when that happened because we was trying to convince that nigga to not go, right? We was trying to convince that nigga to not go. You know what I'm saying? He told us he wasn't going to go. And he gave us the 2 free movie passes to go to the GNC cinema. And we went to the one by Northland Mall. Northland Mall ain't even there, though. It look crazy over there now. They got a Kroger and all that crazy stuff over there now. It don't even look the same on that area no more. That's where Northland Mall used to be and where the General Cinemas used to be and all of that stuff, right? So, you know what I'm saying? We, me and B go to the movies, right? Unbeknownst to us, the same night we went to the movies is the same night that Billy's ticket was leaving on a Greyhound to go to West Virginia, right? So, you know, I mean, it's kind of like he was just like, here, take these tickets and y'all need to go see the movie, man. And, you know what I'm saying, we'll link up tomorrow, but unbeknownst to us, he was already leaving. You feel me? So, we go see the movie, me and B. Just to let y'all know how back in the day this was, right? Guess what the movie was? The movie was Executive Decision. Dope ass movie, right? Dope ass movie, right? Y'all remember that movie? Y'all remember Executive Decision? That was a dope ass movie with an all-star cast, right? It's the first movie I think that Steven Seagal died in, right? It was an all-star cast, this movie, right? Y'all remember this movie right here? Halle Berry played in this movie, right? Kurt Russell playing this movie. Steven Seagal playing this movie. I think Anthony Sabato Jr. playing this movie. And who else playing this movie? This guy right here, who I don't even think he's alive anymore. This guy right here, I can't remember what his name is. See, Steven Seagal playing this movie. Kurt Russell, Halle Berry. Everybody played an Executive Decision, man. You feel me? The movie was dope, man. You know what I'm talking about? This is it here. Man, who all is this dudes, man? I didn't even do that. Yeah, we got Oh, damn, John Leguizamo played in that movie too. Damn, he did. Yeah, my man right here, dark-skinned dude. I can't remember his name offhand right now. Yeah, everybody played in this movie, man. Steven Seagal. You know what I'm talking about? No, Anthony Sabato Jr. ain't playing in this movie. I'm thinking of another movie. But yeah, though, man, that was the movie we went and saw, though, y'all. We went to go see Executive Decision. This is when it first came out. Right? And just to let y'all remember what year this was. You know, this was 1996. You hear me? March 15th, 1996. Right? Right? The Ides of March. Think about that. So this movie had just came out like not too long before we went to go see it. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying, Billy got what happened to him was on April 1st. Was when they found Billy on April 1st. Right? So, you know what I'm talking about? You know, this movie just came out. Not too long, you know what I'm saying, before then. You know? Right? Now, my brother's actual birthday is actually in August. Right? But I say happy born day on this day because this is when my brother went to go be back with the essence and with the Most High, man. Right? I'm going to tell y'all something that I ain't never told nobody else, man. Right? See, my brother's actual birthday is August 1st, or my fault, August 31st, if I'm not mistaken. Right? But I say today is his born day because this was the day when my brother went to go be back with the essence and with the Most High, man. You hear me? For real, man. You know what I mean? And the fact that that happened on this day of all days is crazy. You feel me? Now, I'm going to tell y'all a story that I ain't never told nobody, right? Concerning my brother Billy. You hear me? So, whoever listening, you know what I'm saying? Y'all about to get an exclusive, right? I ain't never told nobody this, right? And this is how I be telling y'all, man, like, you know what I'm saying? We never know when certain people be put in our life. You understand what I'm saying? For a certain reason, man. You know, some people ain't meant to make it to see a certain age, man. You know what I mean? Some people were put here for a short time, right? Yeah. Some people was here for a short time, man. So everybody ain't meant to be here forever. But y'all gotta realize what this is. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Rest in essence to my brother Billy, man. You know? But right. You feel me? I remember, right, not too long after Billy passed, after we had the funeral and all that stuff, right? I remember my mom had called me upstairs to her room, right? This is at our apartment when we stayed in Ivor Green. And my mom called me upstairs to her room, right? And she was like, I want to talk to you, right? And my mom was telling me this story. This was what my mom told to me. I never told anybody this, right? And my mom said, right, that she, you know what I'm talking about? She had cut Billie's hair because my mom used to be cutting some of our hair in the hood. You feel me? Yeah, we used to let my mom cut our hair. Some of us actually, yeah. She actually wasn't too bad with the clippers. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? She don't do all that stuff y'all barbers do today. But my mom is actually a licensed, trained, and very skilled barber. You hear me? So she used to cut some of our hair, and she had cut that nigga Billy hair, and she had told me when Billy had left from getting his hair cut, this is not too long before he had left to go back to West V, right? That second time. My mom told me, Miss Beanie, if you listening, my mom told me as Billy walked out of the back door to walk across the street, she said she seen Billy disappear. I never told anybody that, right? And I remember when she told me that, I was like, wow, really? She was like, yeah, this was like, she said it was about, like a couple days before I got that phone call. She said it's because it must have been right before he left or like the day that he left, right? Because I imagine he left on like, what was that night we went to the movie? Was that a Thursday night or a Friday night? It was either a Thursday night or a Friday night. Because by the time I go to school, come back from school that next weekend, that following Monday is when I got that phone call from Mikey. So that it happened over the weekend. So he must have got it. He came and got his haircut from my mom before, you know what I'm saying, he went out of town, right? He must have did all of that while me and B was at the movies. You feel me? Now, mind you, me and B ain't leave to go to the movies till later on that night. You know what I'm talking about? And my mom never really, you know what I'm saying, I don't see why she would have made it no point because, I mean, everybody used to always come through and get their hair cut. My mom used to cut people's hair in the hood and stuff. It wasn't like no big thing for her to announce to me that somebody was coming to get her hair cut, let alone even if it was Billy. You know what I'm saying? So it just was, you know, it was crazy, man. You know what I mean? And that's what my mom told me. I ain't never gonna forget when she told me that. I said, wow, really? You know, it's kind of spooky a little bit. You feel me? Another topic for another day, but you know what I mean? Rest in the essence to my brother Billy, man. You hear me? You know, I'll be sitting here thinking about, like I say, what type of man my brother would have grew up to be. You know what I mean? He was so young, man. You know what I mean? And then y'all young guys out here, young boys out here losing their lives at young ages, man. Out here messing around in these streets, man, trying to, you know what I'm saying, portray something that I'm going to just be honest with y'all, it just ain't it at all. Take it from a guy who was a full participant, man. You know, lucky to be alive. Like I said, when I think about this day right here, you know what I'm saying, every time this day come around, man, I can't help but think about this guy because it's the day that I got the phone call that, you know, he just was previously killed, and, you know, earlier that day, you know what I'm talking about? Or that's the, you know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. Crazy as hell, man. You hear me? Craziest day ever, man. You feel me? And you know, I'm talking about, like I said, I realized as I grew up how much of an effect that had on me and how that even extended into my adulthood. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say it's important for us to talk about certain things, man, because I want y'all to, this is why y'all hear me talking about epigenetically passed down childhood trauma. Y'all hear me talking about these things because we all have been subject to this stuff, man. And, you know, you 13, 14, and you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm talking about? You 14, man, and your homeboy get killed at a young age like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? that could be a very traumatic experience for a young brother. You know what I'm talking about? Take it from somebody who knows. Maybe some of y'all unfortunately had the same experience, man. And and this is what I'll be talking about when I be talking about trauma and the effect it has, especially on the psyche, perception of reality. You know what I'm talking about? And you already know. And our community anyway, this is something that's not talked about. This is something that's not like addressed. Sweep it under the rug, and you wonder why years later you got guys who got all type of issues because they don't address this stuff, man. It's very traumatic to be a young boy and experience that. It's very traumatic to be 14 and have to go through the traumatic experience of seeing one of your homeboys dead in the casket. That's very traumatic. That's real young. Very young. You know what I'm talking about? Just the stuff effects it has on the family, and what I'm talking about, man, and it's just crazy, man, and rest in the essence to my brother Billy, man, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? That brother would be 42, or he wouldn't be 42 today, but I mean he would be. Well, he will be turning 42 in August. You hear me? But if he was alive today, he'll be 41. Turning 42. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. I just something I think about a lot. You feel me? Something that go through my mind a lot. I sit here think about my brethren. Think about my brethren. What type of guy he would grew up to be, Stuff I think about. You feel me? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Rest in the essence to my brother, man. You know what I mean, man? It's a tragic situation, but the beauty of it out of the situation is that, you know what I'm saying, you got the memories, you feel me? And then you realize the people put in your life for certain reasons. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? When you go through an experience like that, like I said, it can be very traumatic, man. And we need to, so just think about the level of stuff that's happening now, all right? And just think of the effect that's having on children now, and then years from the day when they grow up and to be adults and stuff like that. So you know what I mean? I think it's important for us to have these conversations and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Never mourn the death, but always celebrate the life. You know what I'm talking about? Those memories are priceless. They're always alive. They don't die. Right? Not unless you allow them to. You feel me? I got memories about my brother Billy. Some memories I ain't gonna even talk to y'all about. You feel me? Not that it's something that I need to hide, but it's just something I don't feel I don't feel, the need to talk about. Right? Some things are better left unsaid. You feel me? Some things are just between me, you, and the person who's no longer here. You know what I'm talking about? My brother Billy, man. You know what I'm talking about? Rest in the essence to him. You feel me? Miss my brother dearly. You know what I mean? Everybody say, bless up. You know what I mean? To everybody who may have lost a loved one at a young age. You understand what I'm saying, man? Maybe you have experienced this. Maybe you haven't. You know what I mean? Maybe you have by proxy, if not directly. You understand what I'm saying? If not by proxy, directly by proxy. You feel me? Which really, you know what I'm saying? It's like no more or less. You know what I'm talking about? To be honest with you, I ain't gonna sit here like, you don't have to directly know somebody to be affected by the tragic loss of their life. You could be just as affected as somebody who knew them all their life. All right. You know what I'm saying? My brother Billy, man. You know what I mean? Hold on, I got another picture for y'all that I'm about to show y'all too, man. Hold on, man. You feel me? We got pictures for days. You dig? Pictures for days. You dig? Let me pull this one up for y'all. What y'all know about that picture right there, man? You see how young we was. You see niggas had drinks in their hands. You feel me? We was young as hell, this picture. Look how young, when we look young, right? Don't we look mad young in that picture? Don't we look mad young in that picture? Right? Don't we look hella young in this picture? All right, this me and my brother Billy, man, at Tiffany's baby shower, man. You feel me? This is around the time when I first started growing a little bit. You see, I've always been taller than everybody else. You hear me? Just like I'm taller than everybody else now. You hear me? You see my brother Billy leaning on my shoulder right there. You hear me? It's one of my favorite pictures, man. You know what I'm talking about? One of my favorite pictures and one of my favorite memories because we was buttered that day. You hear me? I think I even threw up that day. Well, no, it wasn't me that threw up. Billy threw up. I remember, yeah. Billy threw up, sitting right there on the steps, right there behind that picture, man. That nigga Billy was sitting on that steps, and that nigga started throwing up mad liquid because he didn't eat anything. And Tone was like, "Oh, you tripping?" Like Tone got it all cleaned up and got him up out of there before anybody could even notice it. Ah. Oh man, that was crazy, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We was some wild kids, man. You hear me? Wild kids, man. You know? You know what I mean, man? We was some wild boys. You hear me, man? And y'all remember when Shaquista came on the show? She was telling that story about when we got that car on fire. Oh man, I was crazy, man. I was crazy as hell, man. Yeah, man. But rest in the essence to my brother Billy, though, man. You hear me? You know what I mean? Rest in the essence to the brethren. You know, like I said, my brother was alive, man. He'd be on his way to being 42 this year, man. He'd be turning 42 in August. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we about to get up out of here, y'all, man. You know, we got another show coming up at 9 o'clock. You did. We got another show coming up at 9 o'clock. Tap in, walk with us. You hear me? All right. You already know what it is. At 9 o'clock, we going in, man. You hear me? 9 o'clock tonight. All right, 9 o'clock tonight, we going in, y'all. Tap in, walk with us. You hear me? Tap in, walk with us. We going in, man. 9 p.m. tonight. Story time with Stacks, D-Boy Diaries, man. I'm gonna tell y'all about this first time. First time I got into first time I was in a SWAT raid. I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna tell y'all the story of the first time I got in a SWAT raid, man. You hear me? So we're gonna get straight to it. Make sure y'all tap in. Y'all know what it is. Saturday evenings, it's story time with Stacks, D-Boy Diaries. Y'all, this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted me to start telling y'all some stories about my life in the streets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, not highlighting it as far as like something that you should go out and do and glamorizing it or glamorizing it or making it. No, but just to share awareness on the stupid decisions I made as a young man that caused me to go to prison. So hopefully one of you young brothers tapping in is, like I said, headed in that path, already on that path. So y'all could possibly hear that story, right? And it deter you from continuing your criminal activity and do something different. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to end up 41 with 3 prison numbers, bro. That's not a good look on you, bro, at all. Trust me. Trust me, man. Man, listen. I mean, I don't mind working hard because I'm a hard-working guy. But, you know, man, when you got them felonies on your record, bro, you got a lot of explaining to do. You got a lot of stuff you got to do. And then if you get your certifications and your whatever you do, that still might not be good enough, man. That's why it's important to, like my brother John Jay said, who was in the chat earlier, build your kingdom. And that's what I'm in the process of doing now. You know what I'm saying? Building the kingdom, focusing on getting that done, man. You got to have your stuff in order as a man, brethren. And it's okay if you know what I'm saying, you get in a situation where you're down bad and you need to reset, regroup, rethink, get your mind right. Hey, it's part of being a man. You know what I'm saying? You just got to make sure you do what you got to do as a man to make sure you live your life as a man. You know what I'm talking about? Do what you're supposed to do, have the things in order you need to have in order. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to be talking about and focusing on, especially when I had my guests come on. You know, we're going to start having some guys come on to put y'all young brothers up on game about finance. You know what I'm saying? How y'all put up y'all on game about you know what I'm saying? All different type of stuff, man. I'm about to get a whole bunch of my brothers on here doing real beautiful things on here, put y'all up on some game on how to, you know what I mean, diversify your funds and your skill set that you may have. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody ain't got a college degree. Everybody don't want to go to college. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have most of the guys I know who are successful, they didn't go to college. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to start tapping in like that, though. You know what I mean? Rest of the essence to my brother Billy. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure y'all tap in with us at 9 o'clock. We going in. Story time with Stacks. That's in approximately about 2 hours, roughly. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go run some errands and stuff real quick, man. I'm going to go get some shells and all of that because we going in. You know what I'm saying? This story is deep. This story is deep, man. And Angie, if you listening by any chance, I hope you tap in later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the, and I'm gonna talk about this later on too, though. But this is something that I really feel guilty about. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I really think that it kind of messed some things up between me and Angie too, for real. But you know, we'll talk about that stuff, whatever, there later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? But Angie, if you happen to be watching and listening, man, it'll be cool to have you tapping in, baby. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all tap in at 9 o'clock tonight. We're going back in. D-Boy, or should I say Story Time with Stacks, D-Boy Diaries. You did Chronicles. You know what I'm talking about? Story Time with Stacks, D-Boy Diaries, Cocaine Chronicles. You hear me? That's what I'm putting in there next time, nigga. Hashtag Cocaine Chronicles. You hear me? Absolutely do not sell drugs. Do not commit crimes. Live a straightforward life. Get you a job or two or a few, whatever you need to do, or you figure out some type of way to capitalize off of your natural skills and gifts and talents that you have been blessed with from the Most High. You figure it out, right? But absolutely do not commit crimes. Don't sell drugs. Don't be out there doing crazy stuff, man. You know, because you will go to jail. And it ain't worth it. You hear me? No amount of money you could get. Do not commit crimes. You hear me, y'all? Live a straightforward life. Go get a job until you can figure out what you're going to do off of your talents and your natural gifts and skills, man. You stay, you don't, man, listen. Don't commit crimes, man. It ain't worth it. You know, I know people who would tell you that it ain't worth it, who will agree with me wholeheartedly when I tell you no. Right? So make sure y'all tap in with us at 9 o'clock. We going in. Story Time with Stacks. Saturday night, Story Time with Stacks. You feel me? D-Boy Diaries, Cocaine Chronicles. We going in. You know what I'm saying? Rest in the essence to my brother Billy D. Williams, a.k.a. Badass Billy, a.k.a. my brethren. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's been 27 years today. You hear me? And you know, sad thing, but it's a beautiful thing because, you know, like I said, I still got my memories, man, and I understand why my brother Billy is no longer with us. I'm a man now. You understand what I'm saying? I had experiences in my life. I over, enter, outer, extra stand certain things, man. I understand that my brother Billy was placed here for a reason. You hear me? Maybe I'll talk about that with y'all another time. All right? You hear me? Another topic for another day. Right? You gotta be able to realize, you know, my brother Billy was, he served his purpose while he was here. And to those who know what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about. And, you know, and that's why, you know, like I said when I talked to Miss Beanie, man, you know, you gotta be able to you know, understand, have an over, inner, outer understanding of certain things, man, you know. And when things is in the hands of the Most High, man, you know, he said all souls belong to him. And it ain't no time or telling when he gonna come and take back what's his. Right? So we gotta cherish and, you know, honor the people and realize why they're in our life when they are here, because you never know. Just like UGK say, one day you're here, baby, and then you're gone. Right? So, you know, we're going to leave with this song right here, man. You know what I mean? Rest in essence to my brother Billy. You know what I'm saying? Miss you, my bro. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't going to sit here and lie. I think about my brother Billy all the time, man. You hear me? All the time, man. Smash that like button, y'all. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share your social engineering. Make sure y'all tap in with us at 9 o'clock in a couple of hours. We're going to be going in. Story Time with Stacks. Saturday night, Story Time with Stacks. You dig? D-Boy Diaries, man. Cocaine Chronicles, man. Hey, man, rest in the essence to my brother Billy, man. You feel me? We miss you, man. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody miss my brother Billy, man. You from the hood, you from the north side, from Ivy Green, Somerset, cover all of that. You know, man, my brother Billy, man. You know, everybody knew Billy, man. You know what I'm saying? We used to go terrorize all y'all neighborhood when we was kids. We used to be out in Cumberland Ridge, out there everywhere. You hear me? Riding our bikes. You feel me? Doing all type of crazy stuff. And you know what I'm talking about? Rest in essence to my brother, man. We're going to close out with this song off of my album, man, The Real Contender. You understand what I'm saying? It's the outro, man. Listen here, man. Got more music coming for y'all, too, man. We're going to have that fire music coming. Me and Els, we put stuff together. The team put stuff together. Glitch. My brother Glitch, you know, we going to make it happen for y'all. 2023, we going in, man. Tap in, walk with us, 9 p.m. You did, we going in, man. Thanks, everybody, for coming through.
And there you have it. He presents
going in at 9 o'clock. Tap in, walk with us.
Real contender. You could be
hit that like button on the way out, y'all.
That's to my brother Billie. Thinking back when I was sitting in the prison cell, serving hard times for hard white and digi skills. I got flicks from Rain Man through the prison mail. That nigga one of the realest, cause he didn't tell. 45's my brethren. I really love you, dog. When I would call collect, you would accept my call. Adrian, my sister, I love you. She used to hold me down, bringing gin to see me. That thought just made me smile. My deuce, I love you. And all them birthday cards got me through the stress when it got so hard. Them chicks, they hopped out the whip and left me so scarred. Nakia, girl, I love you, cause you helped heal my heart. My nigga Nino Solid, that's my brethren, my brother. He held me down, I was locked up. I so love you. K-Ro, he didn't make it. He rested in the essence. Now the soul is on now. That's such a blessing. My baby girl, Jen, she looked like my reflection. She proved it's possible to achieve perfection. Expose all fuckery. That's my profession. No more acquiescing, no more protesting. They trying to lock us down. Stick needles in our arm, standing 6 feet apart. Social distance is wrong. My heart bleed long, so I make it bleed on this song. When I'm writing this pain, I can't do anything wrong. I'm straight Hennessy strong. That mean I got the spirit. I be spitting straight facts. That's why the Matrix fear it. They try to ghost ban, shadow ban, sense and shit me. But I box clever, no way that they could ever get me. My brethren Moochie millions. He lost his life last year. A hard pill to swallow. I still be shedding tears. It's been 24 years since Billie passed away. Damo and Donovan, they standing next to him today. Miss BD, I love you. You stronger than you know. I always tell you, you the strongest person that I know. Rest in the essence to mama. Say goes to Mama Mo. Rest in peace to Paris. I really miss you, bro. Rest in peace, long live me and many more. That's what the facts, real contender. I do it for y'all.